Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm Terry at Holding Your Space, and this is Anniebear7F, Annie
Hello.
in the Light. Yeah. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome. The tribe's showing up. So, Gen Z,
Yay.
hello, beautiful people, and love and
Good
light
morning.
to all. Oh,
Oh, yes. I
um,
was doing that yesterday. I'm
breath
with you, Jen.
out, right? Hey, Richie,
Good
Diana
morning.
is here. Paul's here. Sally,
Yay.
yay, Sally, Warrior Widow, yay. So,
Yay.
hi, people. Julie, good
Burning
to
sweetgrass.
see you, darling. Um, so we're just gonna. Hi, Lisa. So we're coming in and we're talking about the in between, which is huge right now because I feel like the in between is really the point of creation, the primordial point, that in between. And we were talking about backstage. You were talking about how things are changing right now. We were talking about so much, you guys, that he is coming out to play. Let me tell you that right now. So, but
Where we were talking about what that feels like to be in the in between and how it's really, really needed right now. There's such an impetus to think a certain thing and say a certain thing and be loud and be heard. But there's a magic in witnessing awareness and listening awareness. There is waves of energy coming in right now, and time is very fluid. I feel. Um, oh yeah, me too. That's my jam. That's my jam, to be in the in between, because there is a softness. There's a softness that allows me. I was telling Terry how I will ask. Our male self is so often pushed into an analytical stance. So I will take 3 deep breaths and I will ask my male self to go into my vascular system and check it. Check throughout the entire vascular system of my entire body. The male self wants a job to do, and I appreciate that. So while my masculine self is checking the vascular system, checking the physical body, making sure that it is running clearly and cleanly and safely, I can then bring up the female energy up into my heart, into that soft awareness. When I when I think about clairs, I have this working theory. It might be brilliant, it might be crazy, I'm not sure yet. But I think clairs are more than we realize. I think they're more than we know. I think they're kind of like keys. I have been playing with the idea that clairs connect us to different realms, that perhaps they connect us to crystals and to rocks and to the spirit of things, the spirit of the trees we're walking under and the plants that we can touch and smell and eat. That each of these clairs connect us to earth, to the various kingdoms of earth, the realms of earth, in different ways. And we are affecting timelines, light codes. We are light codes walking around. So we, in turn, interact with the earth and she interacts with us. So, resonance, I think, holding a resonance of heart centered awareness, of listening very softly, because that's where I first noticed the clairs coming in. Because when my father comes to me in spirit, I hear a song or I'll smell something. Sometimes I have smells coming in that I don't quite know who it is yet. But that's important. That's only in that in between space and that soft awareness can we go, oh, I'm getting a message right now. One of my clairs is speaking through me. It isn't always that we have to produce a result or have something to show someone or words to say to tell someone. Sometimes it's just holding that resonance and allowing that energy to move through. Do you find that to be the case, Teri?
Yeah, I think you just did the whole show right there, Annie. That says it all. We can go home now. Bye, everybody. But seriously, yeah, I think that I've got a few ideas about that I want to unpack.
Yes.
So, number one, because it's screaming in my brain,
Mhm.
is awakened. It's the awakened state that you're experiencing that we're all coming into. And this awakened state has new neural pathways, physical neural pathways, but also spiritual neural pathways, different programming. But also, because of that, we're really tied to our five senses, we think, right? On this, I mean, we're taught that. We don't
Mhm.
think necessarily, but we're taught that we have the five senses, that we have the five clairs or whatever they are, six. But it's an infinite number. And so I love the way that you're connecting with your clairs in different subtle ways, your subtle senses, to different parts of the earth, to the crystalline energy, to the fire, to the earth, to the wind, because it's kind of this, God, just when I talk about it, I want to cry. It's kind of like this primordial feeling.
Feels
Um,
ancestral, doesn't it?
yeah,
Like ancestors are drumming and dancing and going, oh, oh, they're remembering us. Oh, they're remembering because this we anchored this part. And to hear that carried forth, forward
yeah,
by our remembering is a resonance. There's a resonance there that we become part of that bigger story. We actually become a part of it, not just fumbling around. you know? Yeah.
well, and they're screaming at me saying, "You always were a part of it. That this is our birthright. This is who we are. We just like sometimes they tell me when I go in and channel that this was coded in, that we coded this in, that we would remember at this time in this lifetime.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
right?
Well, I keep reminding myself too that the people who are that I would say are misbehaving, I remind myself, Mother loves all her children,
Yeah,
all of them, every single one, and every single person here on the planet came in with a plan. And what their plan is and when they're supposed to awaken is not up to me. It's up to them. And there are larger forces, angels, guides, ancestors, everyone's working together to bring this to fruition. So it's kind of silly of me to sit and fret about if I think they're doing it right. That's a little bit silly because the only part of resonance that I am responsible for and have any control over is my own. you know, so I sometimes have to really remind myself of that because there's so many. Uh, as I release the limited beliefs, as I release from that from the lower dimensions, so to speak, and move into the higher, softer ones, it's like, oh, okay, there's a greater. I have to find within myself the inner resources, like a greater capacity for compassion, not just an idea, but actually embody it.
yeah,
And I have to like clean mental house in order to do that.
right?
Yeah.
It's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah, there's emotions that like oh, wait a minute, that's not applicable here.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
a little bit awkward. It feels like that, like when before a bird learns to fly, that kind of gangly stage. It feels a little bit like that. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah. Or a horse learns to walk, right, or stand, a colt. So there's kind of like I don't know how, but somehow this is all tied to life force. It's a big part of it, and I don't know if I'm just finding that out, and I don't know how it's tied. But if anybody in the chat, and hello everybody coming in, and I saw Callie's here, and Tammy's
Yay!
here,
Yay!
so lots
Thank you.
of love to everybody coming in. I do feel like, or human learns to love again. Sally's saying Yeah. That's a beautiful aspect of it, right?
Mm.
Yeah. And love is the frequency, and it is the life force, isn't it?
Well, that it is, and that feeling of I have had recently a renewed appreciation. I cry often, a deep appreciation for life, for every precious soul that's here, for the children, for the older ones. I'm getting older now, and I'm starting to really kind of feel that there's more behind me than ahead of me. So things feel a little bit more precious. You know,
Yes, they do, don't they?
they
And
really, really do. Just being able to go pick some fresh chives from my garden and put them in the meal. It feels I appreciate it more. I appreciate it more. I'm thinking, okay, what can I do? How can I be of service? Those kinds of like practical. I'm thinking really easy, practical things, and they're not big highfalutin ideas. They're just basic, simple things. But there's more of a appreciation to it, I guess, of simple things.
yeah, and that appreciation, that's a state of grace, right?
Yeah,
So that is walking in that awakened awareness. And I don't know if that happens as we get older. I am told that as the energy increases on the planet, and we are moving into fifth dimension and sixth and seventh,
mm-hmm.
that okay, I have to laugh because Teresa Ford says carry water and chop wood.
Yeah,
Hello, pretty much,
yep,
yeah.
yep,
And
right.
but it that we will change, our bodies will change. And I feel this every time we meditate, particularly when we're in a big group together, that it re-energizes and changes every cell in my body, and it gets acclimated to the energy. But it's something called uh, renewing your body, but also what's it called? It's called when your age reverses. So your age goes back, and I've even heard some people say that in fifth dimension, our bodies will turn into the bodies of 28-year-olds, our cellular composition. And
Oh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Because it's like we forget sometimes ascension means your awareness grows into your spiritual self and you kind of like, wake up while you're still in the same body. That's what ascension's all about.
yeah, so
So as we learn to manifest, it's going to be reflected in how we present.
yeah, reverse aging. This is the word that
There you go. Okay,
goes
so I
out
was
in Netherlands. Yeah. So as this happens, our bodies reverse age, and we kind of go into those people that were in the blue zones and whatnot that live hundreds of years, and that's applicable if we wish it to happen. But in the meantime, I'm watching ants and I'm watching bees and I'm watching little critters that don't have a long life span.
yeah,
And I think about as a human species, we really don't have a long lifespan, as I understand other star people and how long they live and how long our ancestors probably lived hundreds of
yes,
thousands of years, even.
yeah,
Yeshua, for one, it said that he lived for hundreds, if not thousands of years, and the Marys. So anyway, getting into that,
mhm.
but that as all this changes, what is it? Are we awakened through it? And awakening, as we awaken and our souls awaken, our bodies awaken, but also, what's the point? I guess it's like that's always my end all is what does that look like, and how can we be of service to that? And it always comes down to love. Medusa
Yeah.
says, I think our DNA is about to change.
I
Yeah,
think it is. I think a lot more of our DNA is waking up, and I keep being told I like to be forceful. When I'm excited about an idea, I drag it everywhere with me. And my husband always he loves me and he goes, and I've watched you since I met you, and you will just go through walls that you could walk around and you will just go through them. And I love it about you, but sometimes it's hard to watch. And I've gotten gentler as I've gotten older. But I didn't really start going around walls until recently, until about 5 years ago. Before that, I was kind of proud of the fact that I could just go through them. But now I've gotten a lot humbler. I don't know what it is. Curious, I guess curious, courageously curious. This is going to sound nuts, but I look at Rosie. Rosie is 11 years old. When I met Rosie, the day I met her, her face was almost all black. And now it's almost all white.
Oh, bless her.
And her eyes are dimming. And we do this ritual every night where I hide about 7 little pieces of treats in a blanket. And she comes in, and it's the best part of her day. And she comes in and does seeking, because that's what their drive is. So then she finds them, and it's wonderful fun. And lately she's forgetting. She finds a couple and then she forgets. Some nights she remembers and some nights she forgets. And so it's bittersweet. And so I talk to her and I look at her and I observe her and go into that soft awareness, that in between space when I'm petting her or just spending time with her. And I think, you are from the angelics. You are of the angelics. And I feel the angelics at my edges. Like someday when I grow bigger, and my awareness grows and grows and grows, I will remember that I'm part of that too. When I'm with Rosie, I think when she passes, they go to the same soul group. And I think that might be what awareness is to remember that I might always be in this body. But I have been telling Mother since my 20s, excuse me, I've been telling Mother since my 20s that I will be here in whatever form she desires for as long as she requires it. I am her daughter and I am here to serve. So to go through ascension, it means to me that I need to accept that whether I'm in this body or not, I will still be here. I am indestructible. I will still be of service, in whatever form it's required. But how precious to be here on earth at this time, to be given the opportunity and to be like given this body that says, if you have your wits about you, if you are very curious and very courageous, you could remember this throughout the rest of your experience, whatever form you're in. You could take this awareness with you. And guess what? While you're doing all this, you're waking up the earth. You're waking up the earth around you. You're affecting the people and the souls around you, most specifically nature. The sky, I feel a lot of presence in the sky. And I just look up, go, I love you. Heart-centered awareness or higher is welcome. And that's it. I feel a great responsibility to be living in the ring of fire. I've felt like it's so important to own up our emotions, ugly emotions, not so great ones, awkward ones, pretty ones, beautiful ones. Own them all. Own the whole entire experience. Because someday we'll sit around a spirit fire and go, yes, I was on earth when everything changed. And it felt like the sky was falling. But it was just us waking up. And
Yeah.
there's I don't know. You talk.
Oh, I love it. I love it. And Kelly says, how precious to be here with you all now. And Richie says, Annie, I think you have served the mother so well. And yeah, 100%. Yeah, Mother Earth hears you. I love that. Love that. So, and Kelly, and of course you heard Tyler holding space.
Yeah. Yeah. That's so great that I love you too, Kelly. That
Yeah,
we found each other. Absolutely. Yes. We have so much to learn from them.
yeah,
I mean, the fact that they all come here to help us. That's it.
And
Because when I was in my 20s, I used to vision and dream, and I'd go to other planets where the animals have their own planets. They have their own societies. They have their own purpose, their own dreams, their own destinies. They just come here to help us. Thank you, Victor. They
yeah,
really just come here to help us. They're more advanced than we are. You know,
yeah,
it's that simple.
they really are. And I love this, Sally. 100% to the
Yeah.
power.
Yeah, the 3 billion. Thank you, George, for
Yeah.
bringing that to our awareness, George. He's laughing.
Oh my God, he's having a blast right now. He's having so much fun out of body. Um, and that's the other thing is we often think that there's that separation, right? And I think with awakening, we no longer feel this separation.
Mm.
That's part of the beauty of the in between is having one foot in and one foot out, like doing the hokey pokey, right? Like you do.
Well, there's so much love. There's much more love than we were aware of. You know, we actually thought we were alone. We were never alone. We were never alone the entire time.
Yeah. Yeah. We never needed to worry. That's what my guides always said.
Yeah.
And they always tell me they do say, I told you so. And so so it's kind of like Debbie Dement's here. Hi honey, how are you?
Oh, Debbie, Wawanui, Wawanui. That means first love for everyone.
Oh, that's beautiful, Debbie. Thank you.
But
Yeah, always protected too, right, Medusa?
as
Yeah,
much as we allow it. But our resonance tells us where we're at. I mean, it tells our guides and angels where we're at and what we need to learn. So
yeah,
it must, I don't know, it must be so difficult. I imagine as a mother, it must be difficult to step back and allow us to learn whatever it is we need to learn. You know,
yeah.
I mean, how much love that much take to hold space for us while our awareness grows. Well, because we have great power.
Well,
And
she knocked us off a few times, so don't forget that.
I'm sorry.
And she will again. I said she knocked us off a few times. Don't forget that, and she will
Yeah,
again.
we're
She's
in the fifth world now. And
yeah,
we've tried this before. We've tried this in Lemuria. We've tried this before.
Planet. Yeah, yeah. So, and um, yeah, it's a beautiful thing that I feel like everything's transpired on this level, this time, and that's what everybody's saying that we've already witnessed what's coming. Like if we go into our power and we sit in our silence, that we can witness what's coming, and it's already there. Our future is already there. We've already reached the saturation point of light workers on the planet. And I think for years they said it had to be, what was it, 30%, I believe, and that we're already there, that we've already risen the Schumann resonance, and everything has changed. So I did
That's
want to
good.
unpack what you
Yeah.
were saying about the father and bringing in the divine masculine, because I think that's huge. That we allow ourselves to feel protected during this time by the divine masculine,
Mhm.
and we allow ourselves to be held by the divine feminine, and really nurturing that part of ourselves that either needs nurturing or recognizing and being aware of the nurturing and the protection.
Well, I think I've been kind of afraid of that. I think many of us have been a little bit afraid of that. I
Yeah.
was afraid for. I'm just now starting to relax enough um, to allow that to allow myself to feel that.
Ditto. It wasn't until this past year that I allowed myself to be fully protected by the divine masculine, because as a generational thing, the women in my family have always been the strong ones. And there hasn't been that to look at, even though I loved my dad, my birth father, dearly.
Yeah.
And but it just wasn't there. We were very strong women, and consequently, you might have a lot of you might have a mother that wasn't there, and everybody has their bad days, right? But so it goes back and forth. Who's there to help and who's not? But a lot of times, what we're born with is just something so that we'll get reset and awakened, and that we'll have that opportunity, and we work that out with our contracts or our paths that we've built up. But looking at bringing in the divine feminine and the divine masculine, and Sally, yeah, that's why it takes a village. And oh, Medusa, I had only God. I only had God. That's beautiful, honey. I love that.
Okay. Yeah, that's well said.
Yeah, yeah.
That's, well, from being a little girl, I wasn't around my parents, so nature has always been my family. Sorry.
No, no, very heartfelt thing. Yeah. I'm sorry if I hit something.
Well, this is uncomfortable.
Yes, Debbie, the giant in the hillside is a sleeping man. Yeah, sleeping grandpa. Yeah, ginormous hugs to you, beautiful Annie. Um, so, so how does it feel in this in between phase for you?
Well, I would like to read. I think I best express myself when I read poetry, because when I try to write things down and describe it, this is how it comes out. So could you show there's two paintings. This is also going to come out on my channel. It's going to come out on my channel today with this painting, because the painting that Teri's about to show you that I did is too big. So if you could show them the painting, I'll read. Thank you. I
Mhm.
just admire that you can do that. It's brilliant.
It took a long time, and I'm not great at it, but
Oh, I'm impressed as heck. This poem is called The In Between. Here we breathe in the in between, where all is wrapped in angels' wings. Light is our compass, and further still, all that's here is of Mother's will. Of dappled steps, not a sound is heard. Through a wordless hum, resonance is undeterred. I power up in the in-between, holding court by simply witnessing. Up my spine, balance is sought. A ripple of remembrance and knowledge is caught. No one can assess this bank but me, mercurial magic of the in-between. No guile or force can bid or unwind truths held within the gossamer strands of time. No cradle nor grave can fathom the reach of ceremonies held sacred, what only time can teach. Stories do quiver, to be remembered whole only by the most adventurous souls. Between fire and smoke, in puddles amongst trees, in light gently dancing through the veins of leaves. Time is a codex of frequencies, richly appointed, though sight unseen. These are the wishes of the in-between.
so beautiful.
I think those riches, richly appointed through sight unseen, those are our clairs. So it's like if awareness was music, this is how we sing our song. by these soft awarenesses. And the more we can take judgment out of it, the louder we sing. Like that.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, the clearer our voice, the clearer our frequency.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love this painting. I love the power on either side of the tree. And I know that trees are really special for you. You
I
want
love
that?
I love trees. I just love the doorways that nature creates in those soft spaces of nature, because the more grounded you are, the higher you can reach. And putting your forehead on a tree
Mm.
is magic. That's magic. That's earth magic. When you say words of power out loud, it might be, I am here, I'm grounded, I love you, I want to be of service. And talk to them about, I don't understand this part. I'm curious about this thing. I want to let go of this hurt. Own it all. Own it all and share it with nature, because these emotions are given to us for reasons. For reasons. And sometimes we get stuck in some of the lower dimensions and the lower frequencies, but if we release them, then we are naturally buoyant. The human spirit is magic. The human spirit is naturally buoyant, naturally wants to reach out and help others. Imagine, like, I don't know if you've ever done this, any of you, but if you go out at night, I'm sure Sally's all over this, but if you go out at night and you let your soft awareness look at a tree, you will see that its spirit body is actually ginormous. Trees are huge, and we only see the physical part of the tree. But if you go out at night and look at them, you can see how huge they are. And that awareness right there you will feel that in your body, and it will allow you a glimpse of a much richer world than you've been aware of up to this point, up to before that. You can't go back. There's one thing that's so cool about this ascension process, as arduous as it can be sometimes to let go of things that no longer serve us. You can't go backward in awareness. Once you know a thing, you are it. The whole world sees you and feels you resonate that. And it only hurts when we try to go backwards, because we can't go backwards. Yay. Yay.
Yeah, you can't go back in, can you?
We're only going forward with this.
Yeah. 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 I love that, Sally. It feels like you're watching me as I'm outside at night, Annie.
Yay.
Beautiful.
It's pretty amazing. I cannot wait till Sally does a show about what she's seeing and feeling and resonating with out at her place.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
She's and that's
So
interesting.
true.
Everybody is our awareness is growing, and our gifts are growing. I mean, so many people here, hi Garnet, that have all these amazing gifts that they're sharing now. And we're all awakening at the same time, right? But like Sally, for instance, has started hearing a lot of things. Um, um, this is a funny. I'm just going to do this because we're talking about this, and Sally's talking about hair. Does long hair really help transmit? I want to chop it off, Sally's saying.
I have been told that our hair is an extension of our spirit. That's what I have heard. But I get haircuts. I got mine thin because actually I had a reading with Diane G, which everybody get a reading with Diane G. She's freaking phenomenal. And her speciality is to tell you, and this made my heart so, so happy, about what, like, the last 10 star systems where you've been. And I'm going to brag, okay? I'm humble bragging right now. But she did mine, and it's like, I knew it. I was created for Earth. I started here. and went to an artist planet and came back here. And I went to an artist planet and I came back here. I went to Alpha Centauri and came back here. So in the last couple of times I've been here, so it was, um, what's that word when someone confirmation. But anyway, spirit and hair. I've been told that, but I get my hair thin because it's my hair is really big. It gets really big.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's the dad always said we were Scotch Irish and then from 4 different tribes here in the Pacific Northwest. So I think it's the Scotch Irish part that makes my hair big. I don't know. But Diane knows about star systems and she can tell you that like those from Alpha Centauri have really big hair. So our star cousins and we have a lot in common because, let's face it, we brought star energy with us. And Earth is absolutely full of star energy. All the plants, all the trees, all the crystals, our lineages as human beings. This is what makes Earth so precious, such a gem, is nowhere else are this many star nations represented on this storytelling planet. Nowhere else. This is extraordinary. Earth is extraordinary, whether we call her Matea or Gaia or Tara or any of her other names. All of them mean precious,
Right?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
you can chop off your hair if you want to. It's up to you. It's your hair. I get mine thin just so it's not so crazy.
Yeah. And Kelly was saying that it's a good release to cut your hair. Um, I, you know,
Yeah.
I do think that the hair is something really important, as it's like an antenna, is what they've shown me.
Yeah.
And so each hair follicle, but you don't have to have hair. You can be bald, and still they're showing me that because when I go into that, I always think about that. Well, um, some people don't have a lot of hair. It's just natural balding or aging or because of if you're going through chemo or something too. But you still have that follicle, and that's a receptacle
Mm-hmm.
that you are receiving through that. So and like when we talk about the Sasquatch, the hairy people that live in the forest with the tree people. And that's why they're so sensitive. That's why they don't stick around. If somebody sees them, they go back inside the tree because they're very shy. They're very sensitive. So anyway, that's what I say about hair. So
Yeah. I love that. I love that.
yeah, yeah. Um, so do you feel like there are people, and do you feel like we're the ones, or do you feel like there are species that live in the in between?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely. Um, Sometimes to protect species, we don't talk about them because we don't want to bring attention to them
yeah,
because they will make themselves known to you when you're like, I so want to hug them. I so want to see them, but I have to raise my frequency in order to feel them. And so far, I feel them and I will feel them near me. And hopefully I will get to see them and hug them. Um, and communicate more because I don't know if my life plan includes me doing work with them or speaking on their behalf. I would be so greatly honored, but I realize I have to hold a frequency in order to do that. Um, so at this stage, like I would love to see inner earth beings so much. That's what I long for, is to visit. That's what I would really like. I'm not so interested in getting off the planet as much as I am is as just me personally feeling very protective of this planet. I am sovereign here. I want Earth to be held in more held in more love.
yeah. That's so beautiful, and that's something that you've never wavered on, Annie. I mean, you are a guardian. You have been a guardian to this group, to this tribe since the beginning, and you still are. And
Well,
it's a
thank
gift
you.
to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you. Diane, when I had the reading with Diane, she described to me a being that I was followed around. And she joked with me, like, why are you always near volcanoes? I'm like, I don't know. It must be I like being near the kitchen of the planet because I think of volcanoes as the kitchen, you know?
Lava is huge. Lava,
Yeah.
molten lava is like a place where we can create. It's like the kiln of the planet, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I think of it as like the kitchen, the
Yeah,
kitchen where things get cooking.
yeah.
So I like hanging around a kitchen.
Oh,
But I imagine how I see myself is sometimes I walk down this, because I like to walk. It helps me think. But I'll walk and I'll say, I'll walk down my town and go, only good energies belong here. Any energy that is not, leave now. And
yeah.
I feel like my guides and angels are really tall. And so I feel like I'm a little bear, I'm not, like stomping around the neighborhood and the planet going, I am a guardian and I am here making sure everything's okay. But I'm like this big. So I think the guides and angels say, oh, just let her. Just let her, somebody follow and make sure she's okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Volcanoes equals new energies.
yeah, think
Okay. Okay, yes. And you have to be careful around volcanoes and be extremely respectful of Pele.
and that's hair. Pele's hair, the lava.
Oh, I did not know that. I lived with a Hawaiian for like 10 years and he shared with me, he was Hawaiian and native, and he shared with me the respect that is required
Yeah,
around Pele. And
yeah,
like when we went to Hawaii, Kauai, the grandmother planet, grandmother island, I mean, um, he said, do not take any rocks. Do not take any rocks. And I didn't.
nice.
I did not. I
Thing.
figured Hawaiian would know. He said, do not do that. I'm like, okay, because I like to bring gifts and take rocks or
Yeah.
soil. Like one of my flower beds has soil from all over, like friends of mine that went to like Rome brought me a little bit so I could put it in my garden.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a good one.
reprogramming. Um, do you think that there is time there in the in between, or does it function differently?
I think time is only used here. Just a part of us uses time when we're humaning. I think you had mentioned earlier when we were talking before the show about you were seeing cogs, and it
Yeah.
reminded me of Gerald. Everybody, check out Gerald.
Oh my God, we love
Gerald Stash.
Sasquatch. Yeah,
Love Gerald.
yeah,
And his cogs, when you mentioned seeing cogs moving as I was speaking, I thought of Gerald and I thought of what you just said. I'm kind of spacing, sorry,
no, it's okay.
in the in between, but that's where all that movement takes place. It's like for those of us who always wanted to find a secret room in a secret hallway in a giant mansion, that's what the in between is. In realities, that's what the in between is. It's that corridor, that
Yeah,
spirit corridor where you can check in with your team and you see those things peripherally, like when you're walking or in your home or anywhere, and you starting to see orbs or sparkles or light out of peripheral. That's the in between. That's when you're in the in between. When you come back to your body and you've been daydreaming or reading a book or watching a show, and you're like, oh, I'm so hungry, I'm cold, I'm a little chilly, man, I'm thirsty. That's when you know you just were in the in between. It's that easy. Meditating is important because it helps you clean house.
hmm,
But the real magic of meditating is because it's the in between.
yeah.
And and the fact that you're doing that, visiting the in between while you're in a body, that's what makes it really spectacular. And you don't need to worry so much if you're fulfilling your purpose, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anyone else. You can't not do your purpose. You know, it's you will, every fiber of your being will be inclined to do things, and your spirit team will lead you into places, and they're very creative. And as long as you're curious, and compassionate, it will be all right. It will be all right. Yes, but visit the in between at least a couple times a day.
Yeah, at least. It's interesting too, when we go into the in between and we walk through, they're starting to show me a mirror, um, which I've done mirror work before, but this feels different to me, that we can stick our hand in or stick our foot in, or walk into, but we can receive gifts through it. And it's a way of manifesting, our future, or what we actually, not our future, because that would be time and space, right? But what we want. What and they keep showing me the hand. Like, the hand is so important, and that's such an indigenous thing, isn't it? That in the caves, in the ancient caves, we see the handprints. We see them in the hieroglyphs. We see them
Well, we have five. We have the five bodies.
Yeah,
The five bodies, right?
yeah,
Yeah. We're humaning. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
and the palm of our hand.
Yeah, where all the chakras are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think George used to say that that was also a heart chakra. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I know that all the chakras meet in the palm of your hand and the bottom of your feet. And
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, when I was doing mirror work in my 20s, I would sit in front of a mirror on the floor and try to disappear. And I was
Mhm.
determined that I would disappear, that I would disappear, that I would disappear, that I would disappear. At the same time, what I started doing was every time I went outside or found a feather, or went for a walk and found a feather, and I was finding feathers all over, I would stick them in my headboard. I went out and got a rattan wicker, I'm not sure what you call it,
Yeah.
headboard, and I put the feathers in my headboard. And I just kept doing it. And the elder would be like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I don't know." And he's like, "You are gonna travel. You better start grounding. You are really gonna start traveling. You better start grounding." Oh, see, I've heard heart, crown. Um, I've heard a lot of things about the center of palm being. I
Yeah.
think of it as all the chakras meet in the hand. So very well could be very well. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that, Patricia. I
Yeah.
just love Patricia.
I know.
But
She's
I think
amazing.
um, so that mirror work, wherever you start, it leads to the next thing you need to do. And if you stay in soft awareness, that witnessing awareness, the listening awareness, the soft knowledge will come in if you're open to hear, like, um Angel who walks with me, what is your name? Those kind of questions. The one who looks after my body, what is your name? Those kinds of questions, you will start to kind of softly build a map of awareness with yourself. You'll begin, that's how you build your trust in yourself. um
That's so beautiful. So beautiful to put a name on it, um, and a frequency, so that creates a neural pathway, so you can remember it, right? And you can attract it again at will.
yeah, building a relationship with
Yeah.
things that are unseen but are very, very real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I when I put my hand to the mirror, I ask for, sometimes I feel like I have regrets, and we're getting rid of all this stuff, right? Because we're going to the fifth dimension and we can't take it with us. Everything in
Yeah.
my garage, and some things in my heart that I have regrets, either having lost or witnessed.
Mm-hmm.
And I put my hand in there and I ask for those things that I lost back.
Oh.
And they come back to me,
Mm-hmm.
and but I always know that I never really lost them, that they were always here. and it's just, even if it was a necklace or it was a piece of my heart, it doesn't matter. It was always just a thing, and it was just energy. So it doesn't matter, right? Does that make any sense? That it doesn't matter that I thought I lost it, because it was always just energy.
I have felt something similar where I felt aspects of self
Yeah.
who softly came forward.
Right?
And in that instant, I realized they were ready to be welcomed home, back home to my heart. They had been silently waiting
Yeah.
to be welcomed home. And when my awareness allowed it, they stepped forward and went, "Oh, she's awake. She can allow me back into my heart." So it was such a soft, soft thing that even trying to put words to it feels almost harsh. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's the way of the in between. That's the way of these soft awarenesses.
Yeah.
We're that thing about we're all walking each other home. That's true, but that starts within. That starts within. There are no bad parts.
Right. And within and listening, which I think we started out talking about that, didn't we? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
No.
we did. Yeah, we did.
And and I think that's another key in being curious. But we're not really taught how to listen in this lifetime, or I wasn't taught how to listen. We're taught how to reply and how to be quiet, but not really how to listen to somebody and then ask, would you like for me to reply to that, or would you like for me to just hold space for you and hear you today? And so as we get better at that, we get better at doing it for ourselves too.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You're very good at holding space. You're
Um,
extraordinary at holding space. Thank you.
Thanks. That's because I was so bad at it for a while. Just ask my kid. No, listening has become vital to you too, Lauren. It's just huge, right? It's just huge, that
I,
listening.
I think specifically men need that. They're hurting.
Yeah,
They're hurting.
I agree. I agree. And
We
I'm
need
so
that.
glad that we have so many men in our group here.
Yeah, me too. Me
Appreciate-
too.
Yeah.
We need them.
Yeah. Yeah, we do. We do. We're strong women. So they got to be. And you were talking about how your guides are also tall earlier, but I always see you with like a 10-foot aura, walking around. So
Yeah, I think, you know, thank you. Thank you. But
yeah,
I think my aura is pretty tall because because I don't know any better.
it's just your personality, right?
Yeah.
And
Well,
and they,
that's that wild child who made bud pies. That's her. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I love her.
right. You be true to you, man. Definitely. Hey, Kat.
Hey,
Yeah.
Kat. I
Uh,
wanted to remind everyone that I don't look at the comments because I find them really distracting. So I don't want anyone to think I'm ignoring them. So I wanted to make sure and mention that. I meant to mention it on the show that Kelly and I did yesterday. So I need to keep. I
you know what? I might
want to
start
make sure
doing
I
that.
say that.
Yeah, I might start doing that. It's hard sometimes to but that's part of what I do too, is hold space for all of you. So I do watch them and try to bring it in.
Thank
Um, it is hard sometimes to get your head there and have it several different places. Um, so is there anything else that you want to tell people before we end?
I'm so thankful for you, for Kelly, for Diane, for everyone. I'm so thankful for this community. I really appreciate how we hold space for one another and celebrate each other and encourage each other. And honor each other.
Yeah.
I just really appreciate this community very, very much.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, you are a huge part of this community. Yeah. Everybody's saying how thankful they are for you being here.
Oh, it's
So,
mutual. I'm going to light some Palo Santo for
yeah,
all.
please. Do you want to sing us out or drum us out or say goodbye? We got a few minutes left, but
How about I did this, Kelly and I did this yesterday. I have 3 decks. Okay. I have 3 decks out. And this is something I want to start doing. This is the medicine cards. And I have drawn the wild boar. And I am going to look that up very quickly.
that's Sally is the guardian of the wild boar, the javelina.
Oh, wow. Its medicine is confrontation. Holy shmoly. That is so fitting for what's going on in the outer dance.
Yeah.
Holy cow. Wild boar teaches us to confront without fear, ripping apart the denials and lies that appear, testing courage, finding truth, its medicine will remain, a part of every human path, marking the victories we attain. Holy shamoly.
Mm.
Wow. And the dog deck that I got because of Mark the Spirit Whisperer, Mark Atha. I watched him so many times.
I love
And
it.
I loved this deck he would always pull from. And I actually bought this deck a year or more ago just because I thought it's just so beautiful. And I love cats and dogs, but I extra special love dogs. So let me pull a card from that as well for everyone. And we have balance, steady as she goes.
Oh, I love that.
Girl. There we go. And now I'm going to pull a card from my deck. And I have gotten an update. An update I wanted to share. I have gotten a hold of 4 different publishers, including Bear and Company, and sent them requests if they would consider publishing me. So when have reached out to 4. Let me pull a card from this one as well. And I have pulled. Make sure I'm putting this upright. The Ancestors card.
Oh, perfect. That couldn't be better.
Woo! Yeah,
Wow.
we have it. All of our ancestors are with us.
I love that. I pulled a card which is fitting and it's new love.
Oh,
So, and and that is the frequency of the universe. And I posted that on my. It's funny because I posted it on my
I love that.
community page this morning. A thing about love,
Wow. We're
and
carrying new love, aren't we?
we are. I mean, it's definitely the frequency of the universe, and it's the frequency of our soul.
Yeah.
And as we awaken, we're just awakening. We're just filled with more love and more love, and that's part of that airy thing, right? Is we get kind of um, sensitive to that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And it's changing colors. It's like love changing colors,
yeah,
into that diamond light.
Rainbow Tribe. Yeah,
Love it. Thank you. That's beautiful. Well, thank you for being here, everyone. I really appreciate you.
yeah. Thank you, everyone. And what are you doing next? Do you have anything coming up?
We are taking Rosie to the vet, and she has to get a shot today.
Oh, golly.
Talked with them about her age and not wanting to get any shots that we don't need. So instead of 2 or 3, she's just going to get 1. So,
Yay. Okay.
yep.
Well, good. Well,
Yep.
good, good,
What
good.
about you?
I think I'll be on. Well, I've got Jean coming on tomorrow, but we're going to record that. And then on Friday, I'll be on with Kelly. So,
Oh, yay. Oh, I can't wait. And then the dream show tonight, right?
oh, golly gee, yeah. The
Yeah.
Dream Show tonight. That's my favorite.
Can't wait.
That's probably my favorite show all week.
Oh, mine too. Mine too.
All right. Well, lots
Okay.
of love, everybody. We'll see
Thank
you
you.
later.
Okay.
If I can get this. There we go. Namaste.